Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching GEEKCASTER Everything Geek Culture. I am Michael Seven Michael, and we have with us in the studio.
Hello, everybody. This is Platinum Ghostface,
AKA Dayveonne. And we've got...
Shut up.
Dana. Hi, all.
That's right. So, today we're going to talk about our favorite female characters. We're going to talk about cosplay today. And we're going to talk about Halloween, which is why the Scream, a.k.a. Ghostface, a.k.a. Dayveonne. Right. So let's so we had a whole conversation, and we'll do that again in more detail. But we talked about feminism. I was like, well, all right. Why don't we talk about our favorite female characters? I don't think we've ever done a show like that. So let's do that. I'll start with you, Dana. Whom are your favorite female heroes? Yeah, let's do it that way.
Well, for starters, I have to go with Ahsoka.
Interesting.
Not only because she is currently like the hottest thing in Star Wars right now, based on, the series that just came out, but I just think that her growth throughout, the Star Wars universe has just been incredible. Watching her as a young, Padawan and her being all snippy and as to why she's called Snips. For her to start out that way, and then just seeing that relationship bond that she had with Anakin, and then how that bond had a rift, when she was when she was wrongfully accused of bombing, the Jedi Temple, and the fact that she stood up for herself. She just didn't just say, "Oh my gosh, let me just go back into, the Jedi Council. Thanks." No, she was like, "No, fuck y'all." Sorry, I don't know if this is the first one, but sorry.
For the kiddies, but I didn't understand what you said anyway, so that's fine.
Oh, sorry. She was like, "Forget all y'all. I'm gonna do what I want. And you guys aren't going to just accuse me." And I think standing up for herself, I thought that was really powerful. Her commanding,
that deserves an explosion. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
that's
true.
An
explosion. And then, just her journey, even on the show, the fact that she had to deal with so much, about her background and her own personal fears of well, if Anakin turned, what if I turn, and what if I caused Anakin to turn over to the dark side? And then for her to realize that she could just let all that go. I mean, it's incredible, so that's why right now she is my favorite.
That's interesting. Dayveonne, do you have a favorite female hero character?
Of course. I kind of pretty much admire her in a way because she has survived a couple of my films. Sidney Prescott.
You would consider her a hero?
Yes, Sidney Prescott is a hero. She's a hero to many. Maybe not to me.
Interesting. Well, all right. And again, that's one of the characters in Scream, correct?
Yes. Correct.
Now, I would say she's more of a survivalist, right? Because she fought the odds. I mean, she wasn't trying to save the world, no?
No, but being a survivalist can be heroic, if you really think about it.
No.
Yes.
No, because a hero does stuff without personal gain.
Yeah, it wasn't no personal gain with her.
No.
It's just that she tries her best to save as many people as possible.
Okay. What do you think, Dana? You buy it?
You know what? I mean, I just feel like it kind of now makes me think about what is the definition of a hero,
Let's Google.
Yeah. So I mean, that we could dive deeper into that.
Yeah.
City Crest. So I mean, I do agree with the fact. Yes, she totally is a survivor. I'm just like, it's been a while since I watched Scream.
It's been a while
So I'm
too.
like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
did she? I'm trying to think of like if she's like trying to warn people,
Of
did she
course.
do any saving? Like, does it take you to save another person
Why
when
you
you're there to be
doesn't have to be about saving people. It's more about self-journey, self-care. And then the saving comes in.
Well, actually, according to the definition, that they're both wrong. Hero is someone who has done something brave, new, or good, who is therefore greatly admired. And the other one is a person who is admired and idolized for courage, outstanding achievements, noble qualities. So, but okay. I don't know. It's funny. I have a hard time with this one, even though I asked you guys a question. I could quicker think of the villains that I like, the female villains, faster than the heroes. Ironically enough, but I would say that Batgirl underrated. She's definitely up there. Again, no
You're talking about,
superpowers.
sorry,
You know,
you're
it's
talking
not like
about
she could fly. She's not destroying things with beams out of her eyes. It's she just had to navigate between being a student, being the Commissioner Gordon's daughter, as well as being on the street, and in many ways following the the road paved by Batman to some degree, but doing her own thing. I think it takes a very flexible, very intelligent person to do that versus a She Hulk. She's great, but she has all that strength. She has all that extra. I think that's why I like Batman so much because he doesn't have all that. What he has is really his brain and his passion. So,
but can I interrupt you for
yeah.
a moment?
Mhm.
All right. So pretty much the Batgirl he's referring to is Barbara Gordon. Am I right?
Yeah, Batgirl is Barbara Gordon.
But there's other Batgirls, just a reference. Yeah.
Yes. Touche, but I always go to the original that started
Barbara
it all.
Gordon. legitimate.
Barbara Gordon. Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, let's say would that be the only female hero characters that you guys?
Ripley Scott. Not Ripley from Aliens.
Oh,
Okay.
that ass.
You and your mouth, and you're a teacher.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, she's awesome. I apologize.
She's very heroic. She didn't give up. But it's interesting. Both of the people that you have chosen are in situations where it's either die or survive versus someone that says those are people in trouble, I'm going to help them. So I thought that's very interesting. It's very interesting.
It's when you being put in a situation and you have to think on your feet and also try to live. Yeah.
Okay. And what about you, Dana?
I mean, I'm trying to think like now, like for Ahsoka, like I mean, granted she was given that role. I guess, it kind of was like, die or survive in a sense, up to a point.
No,
or
I think
after a certain
she's
point.
good because she didn't have to be a Jedi. She didn't even have to go down that path, even though she didn't finish the training. But regardless, no, she's a hero because she wanted a path for something noble and to make the universe a better place. She's definitely one of the definitions of be a hero for sure. So I wouldn't question that at all. But is there anybody else that you admire?
I mean, there's a part of me that's kind of like, oh God, now her name is like fleeting. what is going on with my brain? Younger sister from I'm trying to think of her name right now. The
Marvel,
Stark.
DC, is it?
No, Game of Thrones. What's her
Game of
face?
Thrones.
The one with white hair.
No, not Daenerys. No, the youngest Stark. I can't remember
The
her
youngest
name.
that was like the tomboy.
Yeah, like I'm drawing a blank, and I've read the series multiple times now. I can't think of her name right now, but I would consider her definitely a hero too, because I just feel like life was extremely rough for her.
Yeah,
and she had to exercise courage, and also killing the Night King. Although, I mean, the way in which that was done, I kind of was like, that's it, like for real. All this build up, and then just boop, that's it. He's done. He's popped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
yeah,
no.
it's her and Katara. But I feel like sometimes Katara is like, she's like, I want to be so noble from, Avatar.
right.
And she tries to do like the right thing all of the time. And it's like, she's the mom of the group. And sometimes, it's a little boring, a little banal. But I mean, I still appreciate the fact that, she rose up and she defended her people,
So I like to switch to villains just because it's a lot easier for me. Because there's a amazing. I mean, you can't take away you got the Supergirl, you got Wonder Woman, you got Jean Grey. There's a lot of really Storm, of course. There's a lot of really strong female heroes, but I feel like some of the female villains don't get enough shine. So one of the first ones that come to mind is Baroness from the G.I. Joe. She's a part of Cobra, for those that don't know. But again, navigating around all these crazy, twisted, backstabbing men and being so powerful and so like, you don't even, like, she just holds her own. There's no like, oh, well, she's the female. No. She's the Baroness. You respect that. Like, that's it, And in martial arts, again, being so cunning, I think I have a thing for the heroes that their brain is their biggest superpower. I think that's why, even as a kid, I liked Iron Man before people liked Iron Man. Because, again, he was just so smart. And I think Baroness, if they ever, who owns G.I. Joe? Hasbro. If you do another G.I. Joe movie, which there's all these rumors you're going to reboot it, please make a very strong Baroness. Please. It's important. Don't make her weak. Don't make do it right.
So you want me to basically think of a female villain?
Yeah, do you have a favorite female villain?
Wow. The only person I could think about is Harley Quinn.
I knew you were going to say that. That's interesting. That's it?
Harley Quinn, to me, it's like, even though she transitioned to a hero, get what I'm saying? It's just the fact that when she was a villain, it has more depth to her. Because it sounds like she was surviving through what you call when someone couldn't let go from their abuser.
Well, that's a good. Well, I think she's just a hot mess. She's a hot mess as a villain, and she's a hot mess as a hero. She's like one of the worst examples. Because then you're not really a good villain.
No.
A good villain is evil. Not like with Black Panther. What's his name? That was who was the first Black Panther film that your boy was Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, you're talking about Killmonger.
Terrible villain. Terrible villain to me.
Are you serious?
Killmonger was a terrible villain?
Because you could sit there and justify. You could legitimately justify almost everything he did in the film based on, well, from his viewpoint. This is why Joker will always be one of the best villains ever. Actually, to some degree, Darth Vader is almost there too, because his perspective is so twisted and so focused. You're like it just borders as pure evil. Even though he changed, he's like the one excuse of changing his perspective where you could kind of give him a pass. But Joker is like one of the best because I'm just like I'm here to destroy everything. That's it. You don't need to understand. You don't need to know why. That's it. I'm doing it. I'm done.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. But
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mine then definitely is Azula from Avatar.
Ooh.
I absolutely love Azula. I think that she's just so purely mean and cruel. And it's like life was given to her on a silver platter for the most part. You know? I mean, yeah, maybe does she have some mommy issues? She does, clearly. But she doesn't use her mommy issues to like guide her evilness. She's just purely just mean and nasty. And like you saw it even when she was a kid, you know, the way that she treated Zuko as a sister. She was messed up. Real messed up. But there's something like just so likable about her. I think it's just because like she's also just really strong and she's just like, yeah, I know I'm evil and I'm a princess and what are you gonna do? Nothing, because I'm also strong and I will fight you.
Right. You know what? Dana, when you just said that, all I could think about is Disney villains. Like, you know, I mean, now that rebooting and everyone has another side to, but you know, when you think of Sleeping Beauty, when you think of Snow White, you know, when you think of all the evil witches or evil female sorcerers, they were just pure evil. Like, I think that's why people like them so much. As much as they like Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, they like the villains as much too. Do you think that's because they're just purely evil?
I think so, but then also like they have personality too.
Yeah, they always have personality. That's why villains are better than heroes.
Well, speaking of Disney, trying to think, is there a favorite female Disney hero?
No, darn it, I forgot her name.
Trying to think, like no one's hitting my mind really quick. And I'm like, yeah,
no,
really.
No one hit my. I can't think of her name though. The one that's Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, Aurora or Briar Rose. Like the literal princess Sleeping Beauty?
Right. That's what you're talking about?
Is it or is Snow White? What was the one with Angelina Jolie?
Oh, yeah, that was Sleeping Beauty.
That was Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, but who she played? I forgot.
Magnificent, but she's a villain.
Oh, no, not Magnificent.
Maleficent? Did I say Magnificent? Sorry. Maleficent.
Yeah.
Maleficent. Maleficent.
It's just when I went to go see that movie, there was like a old black couple behind me, and she was on the phone. She's like, "Yeah, honey, we at the movie right now. Yeah, we're gonna go see Magnificent." And I was like, "That's not one of the movies."
That was me behind you.
That was me. I knew that was you. I recognize you from somewhere.
That was me. Yeah.
Sorry.
Because I definitely, still to this day, Magnificent, yeah, that one.
Magnificent.
I don't know. It's kind of lazy now. It's
Maleficent.
What was that Broadway play? What's it called? Wicked?
Wicked, yeah.
I thought that was interesting at its time to do that, but I hope we don't have a slew of movies now justifying the evil of every Disney villain. It's like, By the way, when I saw that, it's actually creative, and I thought it was really good. It's been on Broadway for a very long time. I think it's definitely worth seeing. Shout out to Broadway, everybody on Broadway. Only thing I would say is because of the hype for years of, oh, you got to see Wicked, you got to be okay, clever. She made that. Okay, now we understand what really went on. Blah blah blah. But I was hoping that the music would have been a lot better. I was very disappointed with the soundtrack. Yeah, based on the
What
hype.
did you like about it?
Pardon?
Oh, so you feel like the music just didn't live up to the level of hype, basically.
No. The story's really cool because it turned everything on its head. I really enjoyed the acting was great, the choreography was good. I appreciate the sound, the lighting. I think it's a solid musical, except for the music. It's like I can't right now. Like you know when you see a play, see a musical, and you're singing a song when you leave. It just sticks in your head because it was just so great. Zero. I don't remember any of them. I can't sing anything from that. Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. And like one of the quote unquote villains in it, there was something really cool. I remember there was a scene where she was all sassy and that was really good. It was funny. That song was pretty okay. I don't remember how it went. They're like two that I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But yeah. Do you guys watch musicals?
You know, I think Sweetie Todd.
What is it?
Sweetie Todd.
Oh, but the movie Sweetie Todd.
Yeah,
that was really good.
That was a really good.
That was
musical.
really good.
I don't watch that many, but I need to.
Wait, aren't you like a theater kid?
No, not necessarily. I mean,
she's like, I'm not taking that title.
I did a few in my high school, but I just feel like it wasn't like a major production.
Gotcha.
But maybe I'm starting to, spark my interest again because I did do Frozen at my school last year, which was a lot of fun. Okay. And this year, we're planning to do another musical. I think we're gonna do Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Ooh, nice.
That's so fantastic. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
And
I'm kind of super about that.
They're coming up with a new movie.
Yeah.
That's like a prequel, right? I think.
Correct. It's called Wonka.
Oh, Wonka.
Wonka. Wonka.
With Timothy Chalamet, like I saw a few of the previews, so I think also that'll hope to spark interest,
Oh, for
in
sure.
buzz.
I think it's good. I hope they have good music. I think with the Johnny Depp version, obviously special effects were great, but that was also one of their critiques too. They were like, it was cheaply executed, as well as, again, you don't go home singing these songs. Like that's part of the magic of the original Willy Wonka was you had these musical moments that were just as good as the story, which was just as good as the acting, which is just as good. Everything kind of hit at a little level.
Yeah.
Now, wait, are you acting in it or you're producing this with the kids?
I'm producing it with the kids. I'm like the co-choreographer or the co-director, but I am the choreographer, so I do all of the dance moves with the students, which is a lot of fun. But side note, so Sammy Davis Jr., he sang the Candyman song, that one. Right. But I think they said that they didn't want to cast him in the movie because he was going to take away too much of the focus from what the movie was supposed to be.
But that's the weird part.
They wanted him to play Wonka?
I don't know if they wanted him to play Wonka or just play the Candyman in that part because he sang the song so well. I mean, it was like a hit, and I showed my students I show my students that clip of Sammy Davis Jr. during like Black History Month because we read an article about him when we were going over biographies, and I think that was, oh my gosh, hey Dayveonne.
Now you look like a monk.
How you doing?
Do you look like a monk now?
Yes, I'm converted to a monk.
So many characters on the show. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Peace and blessings.
Yeah,
I believe in.
Lost like 20 pounds with that over your face. Swole.
Okay, I'll bite the bullet on that one.
I know it's hot. That's the only thing about the costumes. Good transition.
The mask
sweating underneath these costumes.
Correct.
But that's good. So congratulations. Do we get any sneak previews or any information about your choreography? Like,
I don't know.
Here it comes.
Are you gonna wait? How old are the kids?
Oh, it's like middle school. So, no, sorry, elementary school, 4th and 5th grade. That's
Okay.
it. So 9 through like 11 years. Yeah.
So you're gonna be like first day with like a cane sitting down, like, do you want fame? Well, you gotta work for it. Is that gonna be like the orientation first day?
You Willy Wonka.
Just a little bit, a little bit more flavor. So sometimes I'll do a count like 1, 2,
Right.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, boom, cat, boom, cat.
Boom, cat.
Now, if you need a Willy Wonka, let me know.
Yeah.
So for everyone out there, because we're wrapping up a little bit, at least on this episode, we will be having conversations for the month on horror films. So this is something that we just tend to do in November. Now you don't watch horror films, right? Are you afraid? Is that why you don't watch them?
I'm a big baby.
Are
You
you
afraid?
Oh my God. I'm the one that.
Can we get you to watch it? This would be a great experiment. Can we get you to watch them?
Okay, so I feel like, everyone's talking about math these days.
Yeah.
There's horror film math where it's like, okay, I need to figure out the X amount of Disney movies I need to watch after one horror film just to make sure that, like, I don't have nightmares. So,
Whoa.
for example, like, I'll say, okay, Poltergeist, maybe like 1.5, maybe 2 Disney movies.
Okay.
Afterwards. Yeah. Because, it's not that bad. But, like, if it's like a Saw, no, that's like 8 films. That's 8 Disney movies. And one of them cannot be Beauty and the Beast because he's scary.
Really?
So for everyone out there, if you're watching us on cable, thank you very much. We're gonna continue, and you're just gonna start from where we are. We're gonna continue this conversation because we didn't even get into our cosplay talk. All right. If you're watching us live on Twitch, just continue because we're right here. You're watching GEEKCASTER. Everything sci-fi, everything film, media, culture, geek culture, tech. That's what we're about. And we're going to continue talking about it, all right? All right. So, again, everyone that's watching us live, just hold on. If not, thank you very much. Go to geekcaster.com. Or if you're watching us on IG and you want to see more stuff or past stuff, all you got to do is go to geekcaster.com. And there's a whole library of shows and stuff like that. All right.